Guys, Meredith Gorman here, and are you still not subscribed to Matt's channel? Well, if you're not, hit the subscribe button because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Euro Cup 2021 or Euro Cup 2020, whatever you guys want to call it, we have a tournament this summer. Fortunately, it was called off due to the virus last summer. Things are somewhat opening up now, and they are moving forward with the tournament. I wanted to go to the Euro 2020 events, but obviously it's everything that happened was a little difficult. So I'll probably wait till the World Cup to get over to Europe. I'll be looking at the group games, guys. I'll be going over the group stage, some group winners for you guys, bunch of free picks, some teams to look out for, team updates, and final predictions with some prop plays, scoring prop plays. You guys, I don't bet a ton of soccer. When I do, it's international soccer, so Euro Cup, World Cup. Some of my clients have been with me for a while, probably know that. I try to avoid the Premier League just because it's a grind, and I'm already betting about 5 different other sports, right? So it's tough for me to get involved in the Premier League. Also, I don't love betting on a sport that has 3 outcomes: tie, win, and loss. Right, so and there's tons of ties in soccer. Now, with World Cup and Euro Cup, especially out of the group stage, there aren't any ties, so that does help a lot. Makes your betting a lot more fluid, a lot easier to win when it's 2 outcomes instead of 3. So that's why I kind of avoid soccer. I don't see a ton of value in it unless we're getting into these Euro Cup and World Cup. This is when I really start looking at the tournament. I have tons of time before the tournament to break down and look at it, right? It's every 2 years, either World Cup or Euro Cup. So it does give me a lot of time to study it, go over current form of teams, watch video, and all that fun stuff. I'm going to go over first the countries, guys. There's 11 countries, cities that are hosting this event. It's not one, like, it's in Germany or it's in Holland or it's in Italy. No, it's 11, which is interesting during this time. They probably wish it was just in one city, but now it's a ton of traveling, so I don't know how that's going to work. Fans as well, we don't know how the fans are going to be in capacity as of yet. I didn't do too much research on that, but I know it's not going to be full capacity stadiums. I think there are going to be some crowds at certain places, but I haven't really done much research on that as of yet. Let's get right into it. I'm going to go over all these cities and countries that are hosting this, starting with Amsterdam, Netherlands. That is my home country. That's my background. That's where my mom actually was born. So I always grew up cheering for Netherlands. I am a big fan of Netherlands international soccer. You can see that with the jersey and the flag. So they're hosting. They have a group stage game and a round of 16 game. Baku, Azerbaijan, group games and a quarter final game. Bucharest, Romania, group stage games and 1 round of 16 game. We have Budapest, Hungary, definitely a place on my bucket list. Group games and a round of 16 game. Copenhagen, Denmark, another place I would love to visit, group stage and round of 16 game. Glasgow, Scotland, also group stage, and they have a play-in game as well for third place there. Third place do advance. Best of third place in the groups do advance. London, England. I was lucky enough to go there a couple years ago. Loved it. They're home of many games, and of course it is at Wembley, one of the nicest stadiums in this tournament. Group stage, round of 16, 2 semifinals, and the home of the finals, guys. Busy over in London at Wembley. Some other cities here, guys. Munich, Germany, group stage and quarterfinal match. Rome, Italy, definitely a place I want to check out. Group games and quarterfinal match. St. Petersburg, Russia, a bunch of group games and 1 quarterfinal. And last but not least, Sevilla in Spain, home of group games and 1 round of 16 game. If you guys aren't already familiar, visit systemsportscapping.com. That's where all my information of the service, and you have subscription options there, or updated records, videos, everything you need to know. There are subscriptions for all shapes and sizes. If you become a subscriber, you get all my personal plays in every sport. So NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs, MLB, UFC every weekend, PGA, and all Euro Cup plays. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of future plays in this video, but obviously I can't go over the group stage games and quarterfinal matches. Those will be sent out to my subscribers when I like a game. Not going to be huge volume in those, but when a game does catch my eye, it will be sent to my guys right away. Also, guys, follow me on Twitter if you're not. Follow me on Twitter, System Capping. Also on Instagram, System Capping. I give out free plays in the stories in the fleet section. So look out for that. Always updated information and always talking sports over there. Let's get right into it, guys. We're going to go over all the groups here, who I think will win the group, and if there's any value on betting it. Group A. Group A consists of Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, and Wales. Starting with Italy, guys, minus 175. Great form right now. 5 wins in a row. Latest game, 2-0 win over Lithuania. Missed the World Cup in 2018, right? Last tournament, they missed it, which was a surprise. Question with them always is, trouble scoring. Are they going to be able to score enough? Are they going to be able to put the ball in the net enough? Do they have the forwards? Do they have that star forward to score enough goals? Where are the goals going to come from? We know they play good defense all the time. We know they're well coached. They have a good system. They play a good shape. And they usually go far in these tournaments, right? They usually go far in these tournaments. They kind of reamped some guys, got some younger guys in there. I know Buffon's gone now, got a new goalie in there. So they're going to go a little younger, and it has been working. They have been playing well. So definitely a team to watch out for. And at minus 175, it's something to look at. It's not a big price, especially with these other teams in this group. Looking at Switzerland. Switzerland plus 475, plus 450, plus 475. They're always a team that's decent. They usually play decent in the group stage. They'll give you a good game. You're not going to run through them, but they don't do much. They get out of maybe the group, and then they usually fail. So current form with them, win-win, draw, loss, draw. Latest game, 3-2 win over Finland. That was their latest game. So, what I've watched from them, I think they were a little better a few years back. I don't think they're as good this year. I don't expect much from them. But yeah, they can get out of this group. But I think the team that they're going to be battling with to get out of this group is going to be Turkey. Turkey's always hard-fought team, right? Not ton of skill, not ton of superstar players, but they fight hard and they play for that flag. Recent form, draw, win, win, loss, win, draw, plus 450, same as Switzerland. Latest game, 3-3 tie versus Latvia, which is a little concerning. But, they have a win over Netherlands a few months back. I think they can get out of this group. If you're asking me to pick between Switzerland and Turkey, it's pretty much a coin flip. I would lean Turkey just because they have tons of heart. And like I mentioned, they really play for their country, really get up for the country. But it's going to be between Turkey and Switzerland. I have Italy winning this group. I suggest you go bet it now, minus 175. It may move. But I don't mind laying that with this group. I do think Italy wins every game, maybe a draw, but I do think they get through this group pretty easily. Group B, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, and Russia. We got Belgium minus 138, not laying a big price. Belgium's always a solid team in these tournaments. Win, draw, win, 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 win. Latest game, guys, 8-0 smacking versus Belarus. Yes, Belarus is not the best team in the world, but they're not terrible. So scoring 8-0 on 8 goals on them is pretty impressive. So they're definitely in good form going to this tournament. Denmark plus 275. Similar to Switzerland, they're usually a pretty solid team. They usually are able to get out of the group, and then they just fall right away, right? In the round of 16 or the quarterfinals. Recent form, win, win, win. Loss, win, win. Latest game, 4-0 win over Austria. That's interesting. That's an impressive win if it's 4-0. So Denmark probably sneaks out of here as a runner-up. Could give Belgium a hard time, but I think Belgium beats Denmark when they do play. Other teams that I won't be looking at it in this tournament or in this group is Finland plus 1,600. Current form, loss, draw, loss, win. Not good form. Latest game, they have a 3-2 loss to Switzerland, who we just talked about. And there's Russia as well, plus 400. I think Russia had their time. They used to be good. The last 8 years, they had a pretty solid team, but I think they're falling off in the past few years. Recent form, not the best. Loss, win, loss, draw. And the latest game is a 2-1 loss to Slovakia, who's not even in this tournament. So I'll be fading Russia. Sure, they could sneak through as a third place team, maybe, if it's good enough, but I'll be avoiding that. I'll be doing group winner here, guys, Belgium. Group winner here, Belgium, and the runner-up, Denmark. Group C. Group C has my Netherlands in it, minus 250. It's a little easier group, maybe the easiest group out of the whole tournament here, guys. Netherlands minus 250 here. Current form, win, loss, win, draw. Latest win was a 7-0 win, guys, over Gibraltar, a terrible team. I don't even know anything about them, so I'm not going to get into it. The only issue, though, guys, I'm going to be honest here, not biased. Their captain is missing this tournament. The player of the year in the Premier League, Van Dijk, he's out. He's been out for Liverpool all year. It's a big issue. It's a big issue that he's out. He leads the team. He's a great captain. He's a captain of Liverpool when he's playing. It's a big loss. It's a huge loss for them. They are pretty deep, actually, at the center back, which is rare to say. They haven't been over the years, but they do have some guys that are coming up. Obviously, younger guys. So it's interesting how they perform with Van Dijk out there. Forward is always an issue as well. Who's going to be playing forward for them? They don't really have a guy. Obviously, Depay. I just don't think Memphis Depay is a true forward. I think he's more of a wing attacker or behind the forward. I don't like when he's playing as the top guy. So I think they are going to have a little issue there. And their goaltending is not great, guys. Let's be honest. They don't have a great goaltender. It's not terrible with Silson, but it's not great either. And right now they're battling. There's Tim Krul there as well. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. But, I'm not expecting a huge tournament from the Netherlands. We know, obviously, that midfield is very good, probably one of the best midfield in the tournament. And their defense is pretty solid as well, but the loss is huge with Van Dijk. I think they make a little noise in here, but I don't see them getting much further than the quarterfinals, semis at most. Austria, plus 550. Austria plus 550. Loss, win, draw, win. Latest game, guys, I mentioned earlier, they lost 4-0 to Denmark, so that's interesting. And Austria's kind of falling apart. They're usually decent. They're just like, I have like a group of teams that are just, they're pretty good. They get out of the group stage. They'll give you a good game, but they can't move on. And I kind of throw Austria in there with Denmark and Switzerland. I think they're one little tier below that, though. I don't think Austria does much here. I think they can sneak out as the runner-up. But they're going to probably be battling with these two other teams in North Macedonia, plus 2,000, guys, to win this group. But they've been looking okay as of late. Crafty and hard-fought team. Win, loss, win. Latest game, guys, they beat Germany 2-1. Yes, it's a friendly, I know, but it's still a big win. And they have been playing well, so it's a team definitely to look at. Ukraine plus 450. Draw. Loss, win. Current form. Latest game, 1-1 versus Kazakhstan. I don't expect much from Ukraine. I don't think they have too great of a team. Could they sneak out as a runner-up? Sure. Runner-up in this group is very difficult to call. I do think Netherlands wins this group. Minus 250, am I willing to lay it? No. But if you guys don't mind laying it, yes, I do think Netherlands wins this group. But I just don't think they do a ton after getting out of the group stage. Group D, guys, let's go to Group D. It's a little deeper group here with Croatia, England, Czech Republic, and Scotland. We got England as the favorite, minus 250, with a win, loss, win. Current form, latest game, a 2-1 win over Poland. Poland's always a decent team, and I put them in that group that I mentioned, that middle tier group with Switzerland and all those guys. But, England, yes, I do think they're going to win this group. Would I lay minus 250 when there's a team like Croatia in it? No. But, England usually does well in group stage, and then they struggle when it gets deeper and they're playing better teams, like in the quarterfinals, semifinals. So it's not something I'm willing to lay. I just want to see how England does pan out in this tournament. But I'll be staying away from a winner in this group. Croatia plus 300, good value there, guys. If you want to try to find a dog, there's definitely good value there. Yeah, plus 300. I would look there. I know they're not in great form. They have 3 losses, guys, in their past 6 years. So it's win, loss, and a draw as well. So, latest game is 3-0 win over Malta, which is a terrible team, but I would look their way if you want to look for a dog. I haven't bet this group, but they could beat England if they do face each other. And then Czech Republic plus 1,200 and Scotland plus 1,600. I'm not going to talk much about these two teams. I don't think they do much. Group E. Group E, we have Poland plus 550. We have Spain in this group minus 300, Sweden plus 600, and Slovakia plus 1,400. I mentioned earlier Slovakia wasn't in it. They are in it. Sorry about that. Poland plus 550. Current form, loss, win, draw, loss, win. Latest game, 2-1 loss to England. 2-1 loss to England, which I mentioned not too long ago. Spain minus 300. Win, draw. Bunch of draws in there. Latest game, 3-1 win over Kosovo. And Spain's not that same Spain team that we know, right? That won the World Cup, that can win Euros, that can win tournaments. I don't think they're that same team. Will they get out of this group? Yes. Are they a slam dunk at minus 300 to win this group over Poland? No. Do I think they win this group? Yes, but I'm not going to be laying minus 300 to take that chance. I do think the runner-up and the other team that gets out of this group is Poland. Group F, guys, the last group, and it's the group of death. France plus 137. Win, draw, win, loss. Latest game, 1-0 win over Bosnia. Remember, guys, runner-up in 2016, France. France is always a dangerous team, always a team that you can pretty much guarantee will get out of the group and make a run in the tournament, at least to the quarterfinals. We got Germany in here as well, plus 125. Loss, win, loss, win. Not in the greatest form right now, Germany. We know Germany, one of the best teams internationally for years and years. Latest game, the 2-1 loss to North Macedonia, something to look at. I looked at the matchup. They weren't playing everybody, of course. But, yeah, Germany, they are favored in this group, and that's why I like France at plus 137. I think there's good value there. And then Portugal. I did mention, guys, this is a group of death. All 3 of these teams that I just mentioned could win this tournament. Portugal won the last Euro in 2016. Current form is pretty good. Win, draw, win, loss, win. Latest game, 3-1 win over Luxembourg. Portugal's always dangerous in these tournaments. Why? Ronaldo and his surrounding cast, all these solid players. And Portugal, I think they get out of this group. There is value at plus 350 to win it. I don't think they could beat France, though. So I like France. I would maybe look at Portugal as the runner-up and Germany gets out as a third-place team, or swap Germany-Portugal. I think all 3 of these teams get out, though. Because remember I mentioned there's that play-in play-in game with third place. So I do think one of these teams get into that play-in game, either Germany or Portugal. But I do like France at plus 137. Great value there. But it's a tough group. It's a group of death, right? So that's why they're all plus money. I'll leave you guys with outright winner. Always tough to call an outright winner. So I'm looking at value, I'm looking at price, I'm looking at teams, and who could win tournaments, who has win tournaments. I'm looking at France, guys, as the favorite, plus 450. Always a top team in tournaments, runner-up last year in the Euros, stacked team with tons of stars all the time. No reason why they can't win as a favorite. A couple other teams I'll have some money on. Italy, plus 1,100, guys. You're giving me Italy at plus 1,100. This is a strictly value bet. You know, I don't like watching Italy play. I'm not a big fan of their style, but they win. They win tournaments. They have done it in the past. So I think plus 1,100 is great value. I'll definitely have a play on them as well. A couple other notes here. Can England finally break through? I'm not willing to find out at only plus 500. If this was higher, I would put some money on it, but plus 500 isn't enough because all they showed to me is struggling when they get out of the group knockout stage. Anytime they're in the quarterfinals, semifinals, whatever it is, they usually end up losing to the better team. So until they can prove it to me, I'm not going to bet on them. But, you know, I do think England plays well in this tournament, and I think they do enough. Another dark horse team, not really a dark horse, but, you know, Belgium. Belgium's a team that, if they can put it all together, can win this tournament. And then obviously the two other teams just to mention, like a Germany and Spain, I just don't think they're the same teams as they used to be. And I'm not going to be on them in this tournament. Maybe in some games I'll be on them, but I won't play them in the outright market here. I like couple semi-final plays as well to reach semifinals. Italy plus 225, good value again. Italy's a lot of value. I'm finding Italy a lot of value in this tournament to make some noise. France to reach the semifinals plus 137. I love that. England also plus 137 and Belgium plus 137. I like all those four to make the semifinals. My favorite out of those four, I think, would be France and Belgium. And then goal scorers, guys. Look at this. If you guys have this on your book, goal scorer by team. They have England, Harry Kane, minus 110. Of course he's going to lead England. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to lead England in goals. Minus 110. Great price. I already bet it. 23 goals for Tottenham in 2021. So I'll definitely be on that. Belgium too. Lukaku minus 110. Another guy that should lead the team in goals. 24 goals in 2021 for Inter Milan. And Poland, Lewandowski, we all know Lewandowski, minus 150. Little more juice, but I love this. 41 goals for Bayern in 2021, which is ridiculous. I see no reason why. I don't think anyone else really scores on Poland. So that's going to be my best bet out of everything, is Lewandowski, top goal scorer for Poland, minus 150. 41 goals for Bayern Munich in 2021, guys. So definitely take a look at that. That will do it, guys. That will do it for the Euro Cup 2021 video. Something different for you guys. Hopefully you do enjoy it. I'll definitely be looking forward to the tournament. Can't wait. I love watching international soccer. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also, check out the website, systemsportscapping.com, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at systemcapping. All right, guys, enjoy the tournament. You'll see me next week back with UFC. So look out for that. And NFL is not far away. We know you guys love the NFL videos. They'll be coming in August. Like I always say, guys, bet smart and know your limits. Take care.